Morning, everyone. Paul here with GammaEdge. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of April. Go ahead, pause your screens and read this, please. Starting with the index conditions, basically red light, and what that means is we've had a significant increase on the negative cumulative gamma side for the SPX, the SPY, actually across the board. We've also had a corresponding drop on the positive net cumulative for the indices and the ETFs, indicating in general that a lot of bearishness out there, a lot of downside protection being purchased. And as a result, we probably aren't going to go down too far because we may get a monetization event based on all the downside here. When we take a look at the Qs, same picture. When we take a look at the IWM, same picture. Note that we really didn't get a decrease in calls because it's almost into the floor anyways. But for this reason, we're going to color this also red. This is not necessarily a forward-looking projection, but it is where we were yesterday. Again, prices down and a lot of downside protection being acquired. Taking a look at the 1 DTE, this is for tomorrow. Key things here to realize is that in the SPX, we're actually a fairly significant level down, approaching 4,400. We've got this key gamma level, what we call one of the goalposts. This is the major dominant expiry for tomorrow at 44.35. And the deeper we get away from that, the more in the money these put holders are. And as a result of that, we could see some monetization. Also note that down here at 4,400 we have net positive gamma for the expiry. That's very odd, but these are dominant call holders. They are currently in the money, and as price comes down, they may monetize. If you monetize calls, I want you to think through that dealer reflexivity and what's going to happen there. All the others, the SPY, the Qs, IWM, are between the goalposts as indicated here. I've called these out for those of you who have asked to look at the numbers here, and you can see that we're up against the left goalpost in both of these. If we lose that in today's action and into tomorrow, we could see some monetization going on, very heavy negative net gamma across the board here, so just be aware of that and what that could mean. For that reason, we're going to color this yellow. We do have a monetization event potentially building, especially into the long holiday weekend, so we'll want to pay attention to this. Taking a look at the market model via the cumulative tick, we failed to get that continuation that we wanted on the higher lows. We made extreme lower lows yesterday, and basically linear down tells us that risk off was occurring. The slope here and the slope at the end of the day were negative 45 degrees, which is about as fast as you can get out of the markets. We're going to be interested to see if we get a reversal today. Reversals off the open typically are not sustaining, so just be aware of that. We like to see a reversal in the middle of the day. Of course, that is not necessarily a guarantee, but a reversal off the open generally is not to be taken as a new bull. When we take a look at vol, we've actually transitioned on the VIX above the Bollinger Band 20 midpoint. You can see we're making a path up here to the +1 standard deviation. It's very hard to play this until we get some sort of reversal, and that would be indicated by a collapse of VVIX. We're not seeing it. The play was back here as we were indicating the last several days, so play this opportunistically, hence we're going to color this yellow. The expiration for all expires for the combo, you can see for Thursday we've dropped a huge amount in net negative gamma. This is fairly significant. We potentially have a large ITM in the money position that is developing between today and tomorrow, and that could fuel a rally into the long weekend, or it may not. We'll just have to wait and see. Across the board, net negative gamma. That it's very weak compared to tomorrow, so Thursday, so all eyes are on Thursday and what happens between now and then. When we take a look at the combo on the gamma distribution, I've called out the key levels. You can see that 44.15 is a fairly significant positive level that we have right now. We actually parked there, so that's a very interesting level to pay attention to. We get a clear transition here at the 44.75, 44.80, and you can see the distribution as we go forward. Each one of these is going to be an area of liquidity. Pay attention to them and keep track of them. Taking a look at the 1 DTE here on the left and the combo here on the right. Let's start over here on the combo in the big macro picture. Net negative, fairly significant amount here. Down here for the expiry on Thursday, you can see 21% of the SPX is coming off. That's approximately, I would say, in the order of $1 to $1.5 trillion that has to change hands. Fairly significant amount. Pay attention to that. The ranges that are anticipated, open, high, low, close here, 1.81, probably will be inside that. I've drawn the blue bars here just to show you where that is. Note the net positive gamma once we get above that 44.75, 44.80, very clear transition area here. We're watching this as a natural zero. You can see where we are here at 44.15. I just called that out. We called that out actually last Friday as an area that was developing. We settled there yesterday. It's no surprise. We see this all the time. If you have any questions about that, ask in the Discord. To the upside, not really seeing a lot in terms of net positive. You can see net negative, very, very dominant levels. And of course, 4,300 to the downside is a key level that jumps off the page at you. On the 1 DTE, 1 DTE, net negative gamma, fairly strong level. Again, the same ranges. You can see the 4,500 is also where the call open interest dominant expiry is. We anticipate not pushing up into that area. If we do push up, we think we're going to get a rejection out of there. You can see there's a number of zeros that are going to occur in here, and those are going to be areas of basically parking that we think the market may go to. 44.35 here. Key level for the expiry tomorrow, net negative gamma across the board. You can see we're deep in that. That's that ITM part that I was talking about earlier. 43.80 here, net negative expiry that you can see. So that would be a downside target. Any additional puts that are being added to the complex will push us downward. If we lose the 43.80, we could accelerate down pretty quickly down to 43.50 and point south. When we look at the final trajectories that we're watching, we're literally looking at this ITM situation that I showed you in the wing charts. We've got a couple different setups. We could go either way, of course. If people add puts, we're going down. If they start monetizing those puts, we could get that slingshot or that rubber band reversal. So watch that. In the Discord, you can, a couple commands I want you guys to pay attention to, run these down in the AI bot channel, and you'll be able to keep track of the distribution on flow there. When we look at the VIX, we actually don't think there's an edge here. The edge was a few days ago, so we're not going to look at anything in any significance there. Taking a look at the cumulative tick, again, we could see continued weakness, signs of reversal to the upside. I don't want to see it coming out of the open. We may see it out of the open. I think it's prone to failure if we do see it out of the open, so just be aware of that. Lines in the sand. I've added some numbers over here that I want you guys to pay attention to, but basically, we're looking at that 43.15, 4,300 area to the downside. We think those could be key areas as targets to the upside, as we start pushing the transitions at that 44.75, 44.80 level. We don't think we're going to get much above that. We could make a push, try to make a push up into 45.50, or 4,500. But we've got a large delta level up there that has to get cleared, and we think it's just going to be too much resistance. So that's it for today. If you like what you've seen here, please join us at GammaEdge.us. That'll take you to a webpage that'll sign you up for our Discord, 14-day free trial. Come on in, all the tools turned on, a lot of commentary going on from a lot of experienced traders and a lot of inexperienced traders too. That's what makes it a really great community. Follow us on Twitter at GammaEdges with an S. Really would appreciate that. And then finally, since you are watching this off YouTube, if you like the content, hit the like button, follow us so you get notified of the next time we post something here and any interim updates that we may post. Thanks, everyone. Make it a great Tuesday.